Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a brew built around the Monoist Sentry and the Sunset Saboteur. And if you notice, what these both have in common is they're 4 power and pretty cheap creatures. You know, good stats, I suppose. This has Defender, but is only 1 mana. And this is pretty nice. It's got Menace and Ward ability. It does have a downside of giving your opponent a +1/+1 counter. But we're going to take advantage of having a bunch of cheap high power creatures in our deck with a lot of the green cards that really care about high power creatures, such as Ghalta, which counts the number of power of total creatures you have in play and reduces its cost. So you could actually, in theory, get a turn 3 Ghalta if you go Sentry into the Rakshasa here. So then we have a total of 9 power, and then on turn 3 we have 3 mana, and this costs 3 mana. So you could cast a turn 3 Ghalta that way. There's other ways to do that with a Llanowar Elves, of course, into, say, the Hammerskull on turn 2 and get enough power in play with the Rot-Curse Rakshasa or the Monoist Sentry the following turn, and then playing the Ghalta. So lots of ways to get a turn 3 Ghalta in this deck. And then the other cards we have to take advantage of the high power creatures we have are the Outcaster Trailblazer, which draws a card every time a creature with power 4 or greater enters, which again is perfect for the Saboteur, the Monoist Sentry, or the Rakshasa here. We also got some of the Kalakscion just to round out our super high power theme here. Works particularly well with the Skullspore Nexus, which counts the creature with the highest power to reduce its cost. So this only costs 2 mana if you have Kalakscion on it, but otherwise you can kind of curve like the Rakshasa into the Nexus, which is pretty nice. As well as we've got the Sylvan Scavenging, which is 3 mana enchantment. And at the end, during your end step, you can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, but really just trying to make a 3/3 raccoon creature token every turn for 3 mana, which is pretty nice. Pretty easy to do, again, with kind of our curve here. We can curve into this and just make a bunch of tokens. And then we've got the Hunter's Talent, which kind of our removal spell of choice to deal damage to something, give something trample, and then also draw some cards if we have a creature with total power 4 or greater. So, which again, tons of those in the deck, basically every creature. Surrak also can give haste if you have total power 8 or greater, which is again very easy and really nice to give Ghalta haste. And then a one of Duress to help against sweepers or things like that. Probably should be playing more Duress, but really just wanted to max out on the number of high power creatures that we could play in the deck. So that is the deck. Those are sort of the synergies and combos. Mana base, we do get a fast land in this color combination, which is nice, but also starting town to help with the mana fixing. So let's jump into some games and see if this high power deck can work in standard. A huge thank you to all my viewers who have joined my channel membership. I really appreciate all the support. Members get badges, emotes, and early access to all my videos. Click the link in the description below the video to join and get these perks today. Okay, on the play, hand looks a little awkward, but we'll try it. Maybe try to, well, let's see. We could play this. Well, let's go elf on 1. And then play these out. Potentially get this with haste on turn 3. Ooh, I might, okay. So let's see. Need to play swamp. Play these. And then I guess I'll attack. Doubt they're gonna trade this, but they could. That's a lot of power. We got going on. Ooh, picnic ruiner. This looks scary. Okay. So go Surrak. Give itself haste and attack. We got our blockers back. In case anything happens. Wild ride, yep. Here we go. It's gonna be wild. I have a feeling. Pumps this to 6/6 double strike. So let's block here. This definitely could kill us if we don't block it. Let's just block it. See if these trade. Okay. Alright, so we can play this. Let's see. Make sure we do that this way. Actually, well, doesn't matter too much. This should be enough for this, and draw a card. Ooh, 1 mana short. Do we need to leave back a blocker? How much damage do we have total here? 5/5, so not lethal. Attack with this, or just hold it back, or hold back the Llanowar Elves as a chump blocker. If we play this next turn, they're definitely gonna die. I mean, we could hold back more things just to be safe, but let's just do this. Get them down to 5. And chump block with the Llanowar Elves. But they certainly could have a lethal attack here. Enough pump spells and trample. Yep. Giant growth. Yep. Go for the block. Alright. No trample. Alright, got there, nice. On to the next one. Okay, on the play. This hand looks okay. Looks like we can go turn to Hammerskull. Can't complain, I guess. Starting town. Hammerskull. Pass. And then... Alright. Maze Mind Tome. Let's go Saboteur. Plus Rot-Curse. And swing. Put a stun counter on it, but that's fine. Got a lot of power in play. Don't sweep my board. And I'll be happy. Play this and this. Let's just play the attack with everything, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's just swing with everything. In case they have a Day of Judgment or something. That'll die. Play this. Don't have to pay the life. We can play the forest and then play our scavenging and then make a 3/3. And there is the Day of Judgment. Okay. Well, actually, we can do both of these. We can play this. Make black mana. Play Rot-Curse Rakshasa. Draw a card. And then make a 3/3. So another sweeper incoming. Gain the life. Yep. Alright. And then play this. And this. And green mana. And another 3/3. Let's see, we got another sweeper coming. No, not a sweeper, but something for 6. Visa, okay. Well, we can make it so these can't block. Might be worth it. We could play another one of these things. Let's play another one, draw. And another one. Okay. There'll be another card draw if we do that. Or we can make one of the tokens not be able to block. And then swing. I think we just go here. Draw another card. Although, actually, do get a mana. No, we still can't do that. That's okay. So let's attack with both. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's hold this back. I'll just attack with a 3/3. And make another one. Alright, there's the Day of Judgment. Number 3. Kalakscion makes a 3/3. And there's Elspeth. Make some tokens. Okay, we'll make it so they can't block. And then swing at Elspeth. Take out the Elspeth, that might be a good idea. Yeah, because otherwise they can kill our stuff. Let's do that. Alright. Land and make a 3/3. Okay. Got 13 damage. Another sweeper could be a problem. There's a solemn, alright. And we'll go make it so it can't block. Get lost. Okay. Use the map. Skullspore Nexus. It's only non-token creatures. Doubles. I'll go pass on that. I do have another 4 for it, but go here. Hunter's Talent. Beginning of your end step, if you control a creature for that might be okay actually. That might be worth it. Draw extra cards. They basically need another sweeper to get out of this, or more removal. This is 8 mana total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, let's give more power. I think we'll pass on it, actually. Go land, swing, and make a 3/3. Let's see what they got. Another sweeper. I guess I can draw a card from the Solemn. Another visa, okay. 9 and Banishing Light on that. But you're dead on board? They had the Banishing Light. My other thing for this to work. But yeah, got there. Wow, beat mono white control somehow. Right, nice, nice. On to the next one. Okay, going first. This hand is okay. I guess we'll try it. I want to save this to draw an extra card off the Trailblazer. I'll just hold on to it on turn 1 anyways. We'll see. This is only when another creature enters. Terramorphic Expanse. Okay, so a landfall deck, maybe? Yeah, that's my guess. Okay, starting town. Again, we'll just pass. We can go this, and then that'll give us 8 power for our Ghalta. Ooh, a Llanowar Elves would have been way better. But let's just go with the Trailblazer. 4 and the Sentry. Draw a card. Another land, not really what we want. We can play Ghalta next turn. Ghalta counts the total power. So Bristly Bill, up to a 3/3. Not going to attack, okay? We can go Llanowar Elves. I wonder what they're holding up. Some sort of forest and Ghalta. Do a lot of lands. Draw some more cards. Speaking of a lot of lands, do we even attack with our Outcaster Trailblazer? I don't think so. Possible he could pump this to a 5/5, and I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, but don't want to run into a trick if I don't have to. Like they're playing red for mountain. Okay. Traveling Chocobo. And land. Okay. We get a lot of pumps here. And potentially enough to kill this Ghalta. But we're going to attack anyways. I think. Yeah, we're attacking. They could double block it and trade with it, I suppose, but okay, it takes the hit. It's so many lands. Kind of interesting. How many lands we drew? Okay. Tifa, very scary. That can definitely kill me next turn. We're not careful. Not that we can really do anything about it with all these lands. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana sources. I'm going to use the Fable Passage. Maybe they have a way to give it haste. No. Okay. We're just going to pump the Tifa for funsies. Okay. Unless they have a green haste in it and play the Chocobo afterwards. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what we draw with the Sentry. Alright, let's keep chaining. Go Forest. Let's play the Swamp. Let's see what we draw. With that, another land, of course. And swing with Ghalta. Forces a block of something. Priestly Bill, okay. Sure. I go to 2 life. 1, 2. Did we have a lethal swing if we attacked with... No, because I could have blocked, yeah. Not quite. Ooh, that is a lot of damage. Well, that should do it. If they just play any of those and use them. Yep. Alright. GG. On to the next one. Okay, on the play, this hand looks pretty good. Go with elves into this Hammerskull. Ooh, yeah. It's a good curve there. Go Starting Town, Hammerskull, and then Surrak. That's pretty nice. Diesel, which has Death Touch. So we can actually play, I think, Ghalta here. If we play this, we could also potentially haste in Ghalta. Deals damage, you lose that much life. Let's do that. Let's see. So let me just calculate this. 3 down. So if I do this, then Ghalta will cost 3 less. I think that's good. We can just do colorless, black, okay. The Saboteur, and then Ghalta, and then attack. Well, that's a lot of power on turn 3. But they will lose that much life. But they lose the damage that it does. I see. Okay. Got it. Okay, so just play these again, or let's play Surrak. Yeah, that was a lot of damage going in. That was a sick draw. All right, GG. On to the next one. Okay, on the play, this hand looks pretty good. Give it a shot. Okay, Llanowar Elves into probably the Trailblazer, because I can then play another Llanowar Elves. And then go into Surrak. Or... yeah, let's just do that, I think. Still sounds like the best play. Green mana into another elf. And then gets us to 4 next turn. See what they got. Yep. Removal spell. For the Trailblazer, no doubt. No. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So we could actually draw like 2 cards off of this, or we could get in a big hit with this. Well, never mind. GG. Okay, on the play. There's a lot of starting towns. Sand. Not great. I think I can do better. This does look better. Keep and put back one of these scavengings, maybe? Sure. Okay, I think I'm going to hold this to draw, potentially, off of that Trailblazer. We'll see if they have something I want to block. No. I can still play it, and I could play this to start getting 3/3s. I think this is better, though. Wait for that next turn. Although, now they have mana up. So I could throw out something I care less about. So removal spell. Incoming. Oh, no. Okay, Cathar Commando. Okay. Didn't see that one coming. So is this some sort of soldier deck or something? What is this? What is going on? Well, try this. I mean, they can use this to destroy that, so maybe not so good. I could attack first and see what happens. I see, okay. Do I want that on top of my deck? Yeah, maybe? Sure. Like another card draw, technically, I guess, with the Trailblazer. So, play the Trailblazer. Play the Sentry. Land. And pass. Some sort of blue-white mid-range flash deck going on here. Jesus gonna not do much for them. Well, gives them a 4/5, which is pretty good. Ooh, there's another one. Yeah, let's just keep playing these and draw as many cards as we can, I think. Didn't find anything we can play, though. So we'll pass here. Do they have sweepers in their deck? I mean, they could, I guess. Fire up the anchorage, okay. Wings for 2. Yep. Take the hit. And destroy artifacts or enchantments, okay? Okay, I think we just keep drawing cards. Draw and draw. And then we'll play this thing. No, let's just go draw some more cards. A lot of lands and pass. Okay, there's the whale. There's another one. Wow. Okay. Well, let's just keep drawing cards. Making mana. Churning through the another one? Oh my goodness. Churning through the deck. Well, it's almost like too many. Because each of these things is going to draw me more cards. We're going to run out of cards here. Okay, opponent goes first, and this hand looks okay. These are all green sources without anything, but this is a black source, so it should be okay here. Interesting. Let's just go elf on 1. And then we could play this. Well, let's play the scavenging, I think, on the following turn. We could play that as well. Could play this or this. Or this to just block. Because this is green. Let's just go here, I think. Use all our mana. No. Put the counter. Sorry. Click the wrong button. Resolve this and... That's Vivi. Okay. Well, that's scary. Very scary. But this does let us get, like, we play this and then we could play another scavenging. Get a bunch of 3/3s every turn. So, maybe that's worth it. See what happens. Full Cauldron, yep. Definitely scary combos going on here. Got a lot of mana. And there is an otter token and an opt. Okay. And access to 8 mana. We'll use another black source here. That would be wonderful. There's stock up. And comboing off. Okay. 2 mana floating. Burst lightning. Got a 7/7. And a 5/8. Ursa. Sure. Why not? Drawing the 3rd card. Using the talent to return something. Yeah, another stock up, of course. Why not? Very good. I guess at least we can trade with the Tursa. Block this and take 6. And okay, that's at least something we can cast. And black mana and Saboteur. Draw a card. Make a 3/3, make a 3/3. But doesn't really compare to what they're doing. This deck is just so ridiculous. Yep. Yep. Storm Chaser talent, sure. Well, I have no doubt it will probably kill me. Alright, GG. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up for our green-black high-power combo deck. This was pretty fun. You know, decently. I had about, I'd say, a 50% win rate on the ladder. There's just some decks that are pretty tough matchups, but there were some pretty good draws that you can get with this deck. Some very fast draws. Like I mentioned in the start, you can get turn 3 Ghaltas with this deck, and that can just be enough to win the game. You can get a lot of card advantage out of the Trailblazer, so that's pretty nice. I do think you need more interaction. I was just trying to kind of maximize the synergies with playing as many creatures as you could. So you probably would I would go up some Duress if I was to play this again, just because sweepers are so hard, and there's a lot of other decks that you want to be able to disrupt with Duress, and you could even play maybe more of the Hunter's talents. What would I cut? Maybe like a Kalakscion, maybe a Sentry. Kind of having too many of these is a bit redundant, but it's really nice that they kind of curve into the Trailblazer. You can like get an extra mana and then use this to cast it and draw a card right away. So definitely some nice card draw. The Trailblazer was very good in the deck. But yeah, I think I would up the number of Duresses at least for sure, just because there's some removal and sweepers that you want to just make sure your opponent doesn't have, and you can kind of get your stuff going. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck. Any other cool synergies with high power creatures? We'll see. They always seem to kind of print some cards in sets that care about the power of their creatures. So kind of cool that we have a 1 mana 4/1 and a 2 mana 4/1. That's pretty decent as well. So we'll keep an eye on those cards and see as they develop into other sets. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.